and I represent CCE, one of the partners of the BODI project, which is a 2-year project financed by the European Commission, and it's aimed at improving schools' capacities to address cultural diversity in order to better include parents and children with different cultural background. BODI faces the different themes of body, gender, health, and cultural diversity in early childhood education, and amongst the different activities and projects that we've developed, we've also invented and created some activities. In the partnership we have developed them, and these activities are included in a reader, the toolkit of activities for working directly with children on these themes. And in order to choose the best activities to include in the reader, we have tested the activities we have developed directly in schools. In Italy, we've tested 13 activities through some workshops at the association, the kindergarten La Casa di Tutte le Genti, which was funded by a Cape Verdean woman who has been trying for 15 years to help out some families, especially with migration background. So its composition is very diverse, and we thought it was a good setting for trying these kind of activities, addressing cultural diversity indeed. The first activity we want to present is the journey, which is coped with the topic of cultural diversity, different origins, and in order to introduce the topic of migration and mobility. As the majority of the activities that we've included in our reader, also these activities compose of different parts, so it can be easily adapted by teachers according to the different classroom settings. So, for example, in this case, we encourage our students to reflect upon their origins, their roots. We've asked them to tell us if they've ever traveled to another country, so in order to understand their understanding of geography, for example, and different places. This activity also includes a more physical activity, where it's possible, for example, to draw a world map using chalks on the floor, and you can ask children to place themselves first in Italy, for example, and then to physically go to another country where, for example, they have relatives. Another way to apply to put into practice this activity is to print out some world maps. And to ask children to color, first we ask them to color Italy, and then to color any other country, or to ask us where the countries are, where they have relatives, so in order to explain this idea of world map.
The objectives of the activity are to introduce the notion of migration and human mobility as part of who we are, to make visible the diversity of origins present in the classroom, to reflect upon the difficulties and challenges of migration, to acknowledge the maintenance of diverse cultural identity as a richness, and to learn about different continents in the world.
Besides the aim of encouraging children to think about their potential roots or different relatives that they might have in different countries, another part of this activity was more practical, and we asked them to think about the possibility to go to another country. Although in our case, already many children had a migration experience, so they could actually share their experience. So we've asked them we brought a real suitcase in class, and we've asked children to draw anything that they would like to bring with them. Imagine to go on holiday or to move to another country, like for good or for a long time. In this way, we could also address the challenges, the positive aspects of going to another country. And in our case, it was very interesting to notice the different responses of the two age groups. We've decided to introduce the idea of world map, printing out a world map with different countries colored in different colors, and we put a sticker on Italy just to give them the idea of where we are, and then we have asked all children to tell us if they have relatives or friends in other countries. So this was a starting point, and we had very different results with the two age groups. These are 4 examples of drawings of world map colored by our children, and as we can see, the orange and the blue ones are a bit less accurate in defining and in identifying the different countries, whereas these two are more precise, and in fact they were 2 5-year-old children who had African origins. So we put together a sticker on Ghana and always on Italy in order to give them the idea of the distance, for example. Another interesting case was this one, where actually a student who was born in Italy from a family with Indian origin actually decided to color just India.
The materials needed for this activity are a suitcase or materials to create suitcases for the journey, and some objects, images or drawings to be put inside the suitcase, a world map to be printed out or some templates to be colored tape or chalks for drawing the continents on the floor, some context images for the different continents, context images also for 3 cities chosen previously.
Besides the positive feedback that we got directly from the children, while doing the activities, we noticed that talking to them during the activities allowed us to be a bit more in contact with them in terms of needs, in terms of personal problems or experiences that they've shared. So we truly believe that these activities can be useful for teachers, but can be also useful for parents who want to encourage their children to express more their psycho-emotional needs.